Oh, I'm looking forward to this one. I wish I had saw this one earlier.
Bro,
People are tired of these damn victim cards, man. I'm telling you, people are tired of this victim card bullshit. This mentality needs to go. They're doing it for themselves. Like, instead of using this victim card mentality, they're actually going out, getting their careers, working hard, doing what it takes. Instead of sitting back and being like, oh, the victim, I'm the victim, oh, woe is me, all the fucking time, dude. This happened over 160 years ago. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Over 160 years ago was when the amendment was placed for no more slavery was allowed. It has been generations since then. What's the go-to with a lot of these? I mean, I'm sure you'll see the Council of Karens collective shout saying the same thing. Well, statistics don't really matter.
She like, nope. Fake. That shit, nope.
I love that that's the go-to.
Nope. Nope.
You can have the most advanced people, the smartest people in the world, come together in a room and come up with a statistic that is absolutely 99.999% right. And someone like this is going to sit there and be like, nope. Nope. Not real. Fake. Fake. It's all fake. 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 Come on.
Lie all
you don't hear them complaining.
The time. So let's start.
You don't hear anything from the Indians because they're dead. Based on what you just said, you're wrong. Because you're going based on a statistic. That's what this is all about, is it not?
Comparing Chinese people who are immigrants that made a choice to come to the United States and comparing the continued effort of black people to...
So the people...
Then go back.
I don't even understand.
No one's stopping you from going back to Africa. Or, like...
It's reality. This is exactly what happens, false equivalence. Well, the thing is that, I mean, again, none of the Chinese people that were oppressed under, the law of 1882 exist anymore. They're all dead.
Exactly.
It's the same as every single...
Exactly, dude. Like, everyone who owned a slave is fucking dead. Most of the actually, all of the slave people that lived in that era where the laws were placed for them to be free are fucking dead now. They're all fucking dead. You people are just using this victim card constantly for any fucking thing that comes across. Like, bro, like everyone is dealing with hardship. It's not just black people. I grew up around this, and it makes no sense for you to sit here and play this victim card like every time. Everyone is dealt a bad hand at birth right now, especially nowadays. Unless you're fucking born rich, you're just fucked at birth. Doesn't matter what skin color you are. You go to the store and you paying the same amount that I am. You go get a job, you're going to make the same amount I do.
Black person that was a victim of slavery is dead too, at least in America. There's still slavery in other places of the world. But yeah, they're all dead. This is a dead issue.
It is. And it's always going to come up too. Always. It doesn't matter what happens. Always going to come
anybody that's living in this is like, it's not even that at all.
There's no systemic racism that I've experienced here in
America. What about the Japanese who U.S. put in the camps? Yeah, exactly. And that was in the 40s too.
Yeah, that was more recent.
To be fair, they did get reparations for that. And I think it's fair that they got reparations for that.
Yeah, I mean, if you want a fucking house, great. Sure. But that's not going to solve the underlying problem. The underlying problem is that, like, you can't get reparations for something that didn't even happen to you. That's not how it works.
America. Okay.
What are you talking about, bitch? You just getting mad because you getting shown up on your show. That's what's going on.
It's crazy to me that, you know what this seems like to me? This is like a soundboard. It's like a soundboard of a dumb person that thinks that they're clever. It's like, this is the kind of way that you would talk to somebody on the internet, but whenever it actually comes into like a public conversation.
Oh yeah, no, like I would love for some of these dumbass commenters to get up and actually like debate with me.
Realize how obnoxious
I'd have to be more awake,
patronizing and self-defeating this type of rhetoric is. She's trying to belittle him. She's insulting. Yeah.
What's crazy is that if you put up on the board, statistics are off the board, then based on that, you've just thrown out your entire argument as well. So you understand how fucking counterintuitive that is and how stupid you sound when you say that. Like, you could use older statistics, and then the person that's got the counter argument could use newer statistics to be like, well, actually, but based on that, you've pretty much, like, what are you even up there doing now? Like, you can't even use statistics at all.
That's the reason why.
Like, these dumbass, like, women activists as well, that are like, oh, well, women don't have the same opportunities, and da-da-da-da-da-da. If you can do the work, you can get the job. By all means. We're not going to pay you the same amount for you to do half the job at half the speed. If you can do the job, you can get the money. Go get a blue-collar job. Go become a police officer. Be a firefighter. Like, I actually went to an academy with a woman, with a lady that was in the academy with me, and you know what they did? They treated her as a fucking male. If you can do the hard work and the hard labor, you could be a firefighter. They're not going to treat you any different because you're a goddamn woman. Hell no. They made her drag the fucking test dummies out of the building as well. They made her do everything that the men had to do.
There isn't systemic racism, and we have seen
There's no way to make the argument because I said it's not true.
in very clear ways the system operate in an organically racist way. Do not cut me off. When
Don't cut you off.
And so
He's way
anyway,
too polite.
there's another person. See, and this is the problem that people like this have, like this young care about the truth. About anything other than criticize comments, they're insane.
I want to see this guy. And you know what's crazy is you can't even use the whole, like I get the whole generational wealth base because you have a house. A lot of Americans don't have houses. A lot of them do. And you also have to realize that a lot of the people that were slaves, typically they were given the farm that they were slaves of. So they have a form of generational wealth whenever the white people that owned them originally died off. Like, a lot of the slaves that, were no longer slaves probably killed them too. Like, there were some handful. I'm sure there was. But, like, this whole, like, mentality that you still have to this day based on something that happened 160 years ago just doesn't fly today. There's way too much going on in the city here, and hear somebody complain and be...
This is an optical argument. Again, this is what I'm saying. Is people like this, they only think about how things sound, not what they are.
Well, no, she wants to go
optics.
based on emotional extremes to make an argument instead of statistics, and pulling logic instead of emotions. And this is the reason why I think in the next 5 to 10 years, they're probably going to make women voting away, because we have all these people that sit here and listen to these newscasters, and they stretch the extreme to make it even more extreme. And then you've got these women that don't think with logic, they only think with emotion, listening to all this extremism shit, and it's completely fucking everything up. I don't advocate for it, but I can see it happening, and that being the reason based behind
accommodate
it.
those who have been the descendant of slaves.
Well, our ancestors wasn't asking for handouts.
You notice, like, all these guys going up against this girl, she's trying to use emotional manipulation, and the guys are like, that ain't gonna... That, like, if you ask some of these actors, like Samuel L. Jackson, he's like, they ask him all the time. Even Morgan Freeman, they ask him all the time, what makes you think... Because they always ask them the same question of, as a black African American or whatever, how difficult was it to do X, Y, and Z? And they're like, oh, this question, like, it's so prominent and it's so irritating even for them. And it's like, they've come out and said, after they've been asked, how do you think that you can get rid of systemic racism? And they're like, stop talking about it. What about Black History Month? We don't want one. Stop talking about it. That's how you get rid of it. You can acknowledge it in the history books, leave it there. Stop doing this. It's weird. Like, it happened, like I said, it happened 160 years ago. I'm going to keep saying that too. It was 160 fucking years ago.
On racism. And
No, he's right about
Like,
this.
come on.
Is that people like her that they constantly push racism shit and they constantly complain about everything. And the reason why, see, like, a lot of people don't understand the economy that this creates. The reason why people like her complain about racism is that it gets them attention and it makes people do what they want. And to the extent that they get attention and people capitulate to their demands whenever they cry about racism, well, then they're going to keep doing it because it works.
Yeah, you're right.
Instead of focusing on unity and bringing our country forward, people that have these liberal mindset are infected.
Just a minute. Where's my spider?
Oh, there he is. There he is. He moved.
Because unity means that their power structure doesn't exist anymore.
Exactly.
Their entire apparatus of influence and authority comes from grievance.
I mean, the only way that I can see like some parts of the country still being heavily racist without being sued, because like you do know it's a federal crime to be racist, right? Like it's not a state thing. Just because you go to a different state and you go to another part of the country doesn't mean you're not federally protected to sue the shit out of somebody and get a whole bunch of money because they're being racist to you. That's why, like, the past, like, 10 to 15 years have been the best 10 to 15 years as a melting pot for the U.S. than you could ever imagine. Everyone has equal rights. Everyone can vote. Everyone can get a house. Everyone can get a job. And everyone can do anything based on sex, race, religion, color. It doesn't matter. I guess race and color, same thing. But that doesn't mean that there aren't still some people that, yes, are racist. But then you just sue the shit out of them and you get a whole bunch of money and then you're fine. Like, if they're actually racist and they're actually a type of way, just sue the fuck out of them and then you get money. Let's be honest here. That's why people, for the most part, if you're part of a company, they don't want to get sued. So they're going to do whatever it takes to make you feel like you're equal.
These people are professional problem havers. That's all they do. So they will never relinquish that because in doing so, they relinquish their power.
Harriet Tubman would look at this girl with all these goddamn colors and this weird ass fucking shenanigans she got going on with her face and be like, I didn't fight for this. People.
Man.
Again.
Man.
No, you know who helped her?
God.
She goes, no. Every time, this is what I find is funny, is that every time somebody says something that makes, like, what she's saying just sound like bullshit, no.
Underground Railroad said, come on in, come on in.
Oh my god. That comment really kind of like it even made like the girl that was behind her be like, huh? So the white people that helped Harriet Tubman move slaves to freedom did it for white supremacy.
Tubman in the Underground Railroad to rescue slaves did it because they benefited from white supremacy.
It's so fucking... Oh. You don't even really have to say much to these people. If you can just get them worked up, they'll put themselves in their own hole. 9 times out of 10.
Damn, bro. Like,
it's like a sawn all over
Damn,
again.
bro, you gotta put your brain in the microwave to figure that one out. For a while. Damn, what the fuck? That's
I feel like it's even more equal now. I do. Instead of worrying about your skin color, they should be worried about people's wealth. I feel like, especially nowadays, it's not about race or sex. Well, I mean, maybe the sex is definitely under fire for sure. Women are currently under fire. And it's because of this extremism that they're adopting from watching all these extremist fucking news channels their entire life. All they see is the most extreme version of whatever they're a part of, and it's just not the case. But, like, especially nowadays, like, you do realize that we live in a culture where you could, in some states, go and get legally married as the same sex. You could, as any color, go and get a job. Like, you understand, like, most countries don't even have drinking water. And sure, it's not the best fucking country in the world, by far, not even remotely close. But that's pretty good. Like, that's nothing to scoff at.
Damn.
Shit, I knew a friend that was African American. He worked at Walmart with me. And he's a millionaire now because he invested in Bitcoin. And he's protected by U.S. federal law. No one can kill him and take his money. That's pretty fucking impressive. There are black actors. We had a black president. We had a black, vice president. We could have it again. Just depends on who's running and what they're running for. No one gives a shit about what color they are. No one voted for Kamala because her ideals are fucked up. If it had anything to do with like all the shit that happened in the past 4 years, no one wanted to be a part of that. Like, come on. It's just crazy to me.
One of the things
I came from Louisiana, like, the population is 50-50 down there, damn near. If not, like, there's probably a little bit more black people than there are white people. But we still all see ourselves the same. Like, I had more black friends growing up than I did white friends until I moved to Texas. Then that was different. But placed in positions of power because they get lucky and win a bunch of fucking money somehow, some way, or invest in a business that blows the fuck up. So they put other people that they want to give them more money and power. It's all about money. It's not about color, goddammit. They don't give a fuck about the skin color. They care about wealth. They want more fucking money.
Their culture. Black culture is toxic.
She did not like that. She did not like that at all. Damn.
Culture is toxic. We have produced a culture that is toxic. And let's get on the fact that...
You think somebody making $50 million gives a flying fuck what a black dude is doing on the other side of the fucking country? Or hell, even in the same city. Fuck no, he doesn't. He's trying to figure out what fucking expensive-ass restaurant he gonna eat at tonight. He don't give a fuck. Hell no. He's trying to get more money.
No. No, not true. No. That's it. That's the argument. No.
Stop.
Let's talk about that.
None of this is gonna work if y'all are just gonna sit here and make up shit.
It's
not gonna work.
It's not making up anything. It was even fact-checked. What are you talking about, lady?
You're putting off emotional liberalism.
You literally, what's crazy is that you can't even, she was fact-checked, proven wrong, and she threw statistics out of the window the minute you got there. Who's the one making shit up here? It's you. Where are you getting any of your logic from then?
Off emotional liberalism.
You're really right about this. And this is the thing is like, this guy is completely equipped to handle her in a way that the previous guy,
decimating her.
Polite, he was too reasonable. This guy's dealt with bitches like this before. He's probably dealt with somebody like this for his whole life. He knows what the boss mechanics are. Yeah, he knows how to handle this shit.
I was raised in the same neck of the woods that any normal black person would go through. I've woken up to gunshots going off. We've had bullets hit our trailer. We've had fucking shootouts on the fucking road. Don't give me this bullshit, man. I just can't. Like, most of my fucking grammar's fucked up from talking and being around as a hood rat. Straight up. Like, you can't sit here and say...
It didn't happen. It didn't happen. No, it was... Were there white people in Africa? What do you mean? Damn.
That you're saying.
No,
Black people still sell their own people today, too, by the way.
I don't know if I'm going to laugh.
We're selling our own people.
They do. There's actually a race in Africa that will hunt down and kill albino Africans and cut their nutsacks off and cut their ears off and wear them as trophies. He's absolutely right. But if you want to sit here and bitch and complain about America, then you can just go on back to Africa.
No. You didn't work or do anything.
Exactly. How are you going to play the victim card? And whenever all you did when you was a kid was do drugs and shoot somebody and end up in jail. Instead of trying, instead of putting in hard work, instead of going to school and doing everything you could to learn more, to opening those books, reading those textbooks that you get in school. You know why? Because your friends are going to look at you and be like, that's stupid. Let's go and do something. I did that. I've been offered drugs, and you know what? I've almost been in physical altercations because of it. Because if I don't want to do something, I'm not going to do it. The sooner you start thinking for yourself and stop and get out of this victim mentality, the better off you'll be as a society. Because the thing is that as long as rich people are in power, they're going to keep using these types of mentalities to keep us at each other's throats instead of seeing where the real problem is. And it's not fighting amongst us poor people. It's between the rich and the fucking poor. The rich want to keep the poor where they're at because we're cogs in their fucking machine. And they're going to use race to keep us here because we don't know how to suck it the fuck up and move on.
Like, what? Who? What do you mean? Or if you want. I'll tell you that. Not entitled loser. Yeah, exactly. And so anyway, yeah, it's real sad. It really is. Instead of bringing up the past, how about people address current ongoing issues that oppress people of color currently? Well, there's very rarely anything that actually systematically oppresses any group of people.
I agree.
It's extremely uncommon.
You'd have to be in like a small town that's completely disconnected from the outside world. There's no fucking way, dude. I'm sorry. Like, what you see in movies is just fake. And yes, you could come across some people just fucking around with each other that are like, saying racial slurs towards each other. But like, sometimes they're just friends. They're just having fun. Friends, like, even Asmon admits it whenever he's off stream. He says things that he knows he would get banned for on stream. And they're just fucking around. He's like, it's not serious. It's a joke. He says he knows all kinds of racist fucking jokes and stuff. It's normal. It's okay to joke about it. Like, come on.
Of racist police officers here and there, and there's like demographic advantages. Like, for example, if a certain demographic is a lot poorer or a lot richer, they're going to have access on average to more or less.
You see what he even said it himself. He just didn't realize it. More poorer or more richer. There it is. It has nothing to do with color anymore. It's about the rich and the poor.
Legal representation, for example, but that's not really something that's based off of race. That's something that's based off of income.
Exactly.
And if you address the income thing, you solve it for all races. So there's very rarely anything that's actually negatively affecting like any specific race of people.
Maybe back in like before the 2000s era, sure, okay, but that's not the case now. It's not.
So yeah, slavery ended in 1865. Yeah, it was a long time ago. It was. And it's all economic. Primarily it is. It is primarily economic. How many people out there do you think that think like she does? Oh, there's a lot of people that think like she does. But again, you have to understand that the reason why she thinks like she does and the reason why she advocates and talks like this is because people
Exactly. The poor are oppressing the poor and the rich are laughing at it. That's exactly what's happening. And in some instances, they want it to stay like this because they get more money. They keep people poor and they get more money because if you put somebody in jail, you get money. Our prison systems are based on how many people are incarcerated. It's big business through and through.
up with it. Like that's the reason why. Is that being an obnoxious, annoying person like this is something that
it just so happens that some of them are white. Not all of them are white. There's some black people that are rich that would gladly see the same thing happen. You may not think it, but it's the fucking truth.
It's very popular. It's very popular, and
they
people
care more about wealth than they do equality. They don't give a fuck about equality. They'd just as easily lock up as many white people if they could.
With it. And as soon as people
it's just easier to lock up people whenever the statistic says that they're killing each other. That's all.
Then it goes away. But the issue now is that people do put up with it because they're afraid to call it out.
So why is that fair?
And now you have people calling it out, and that's really what's changing. Do you think she believes what she's saying?
And it's true. People are tired of being censored.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're tired of being told what is and what isn't okay. Because the sooner we as poor people, because I'm fucking dirt poor myself, I've always been dirt poor. I always see myself as dirt fucking poor. When we understand what's really going on, you can address the problem. And it's not race or sex. It's rich and poor.
Yeah,
that's
for
the
sure.
fucking problem.
Another reason she thinks the way she does is because she doesn't think. Yeah, clearly. And yeah, anything that cuts someone short and deserves something based on talent and merit, race and gender is bad for society. Also happens to be
I
racist.
think that's all we need to see about that there. That was just way too good to pass up, dude. I saw the full video and I was like, nope. Go get 2 videos of this shit today, son. You get 2 videos. I don't care. That topic was too good to pass up.